should I say?
Great admiration over the last 2 years.
True. He's a great guy. He's a great sense of humor, and he's a really caring person. Man, I'm going to miss Maud.
Known you 9 years? Okay. Well, I've only known you 9 years, and they've been the most interesting years. I wish you the best, and enjoy your time.
Hi, Bill. This is Lori. I just want to remind you, about 5.5 years ago, when I came to interview with you, I had on a full set of braces and about 20 pounds. And I think you've been great luck for me personally because I met a nice guy in Kris, got engaged, got married, built a house, and had a baby. So looking back, my years with you will really be a shining star. Thanks, Bill. I love you.
Hi, Bill. I'm one of your dealers. Hi, Bill. I'm one of your dealers. You probably don't know me because you spend most of your time in West Virginia. I remember a time you were going to meet me at High Point Furniture Market, and you were in Myrtle Beach, and I was at High Point. I'm sorry we missed that appointment, but I met your wife tonight. She's a wonderful lady, and God bless her. She needs all the help she can get. Your grandchildren are great. Good luck in your retirement. We love you. Bye, Bill.
Hi, Bill. I think I'm sitting at the wrong table. I'm looking here at Bill and Art and George, and I guess the next time we get together, you'll be sitting with these folks. I've never felt so young. So, Bill, enjoy the evening, and we'll have more for you later on.
That's what happens, Bill. I'm having a seniors meeting, forgive me, or moment rather. I'd like to expand on what David had to say. Hello. And so much for that. Enjoy your retirement. It was an absolute pleasure knowing and working with you.
Tell me when we're ready. No, I won't really be a smart guy, but I'll tell you, I really will miss you. Just like I missed my job when you took us down with the bankruptcy. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Hi, Bill. After insulting each other for almost 15 years, in all sincerity, you're a great guy to know, and better off for knowing you.
Hello, Bill. Since you're such a good friend of mine, I did not want to ruin that by doing business with you. By the way, congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations.
Okay, Bill. I don't have any clue what I'm doing here, but I just wanted to mention to you, I hope you have a great retirement, and I hope everything works out for you. And I hope your 401k money goes back up. And good luck to you, and thanks for the memories.
I won the award for Vendor of the Year, and basically the reason we did, I thought, unbeknownst to me, I thought it was because we were such great salespeople, we had a great product, we had great pricing, but apparently from this, it was just basically he was pleading for business. So I think the picture, it's worth 1,000 words, it speaks for itself.
All right. My favorite moment was when Bill told me his wife bought the bridge when he was over in Florence. Since then, we've become great friends, and I wish him well.
I was trying to do business with Serta and Bill Hemmer, and I couldn't get the prices any lower. So I felt like I had to take him down to his knees. And obviously, I took him down to his knees.
And you got a better price.
I got a better price. I got more than that.
I want to thank David Dye for inviting us on this warm spring evening to celebrate the pending nuptials of Beth Willard and Frank Swanek. I think it's terrific that the two of them finally got together. Looking forward to seeing what the kids look like. Couldn't be a better evening, and among all the friends and family over here, I think this is terrific. And I think I saw Bill Hemmer waving in the background. I don't know if he's leaving or wishing him well, but we're glad to be here this evening. Thank you very much.
Hey, Bill, Are we going? Bill, I'd like to just say that I'm really going to miss your sales meeting and your great sense and dry sense of humor. And I don't know who's going to keep me straight on which beds have triple wood beam boxes. Is it the 442s, the 704s, the 752s? I don't know.
I'd like to say congratulations to Bill Hemmer. I remember 20 years ago playing water polo in Florida against Bill, Jim Dabble, and Larry O'Toole. And Bill will know this. Bill is the shortest of those three, and we never got a ball over the net all night. Congratulations, Bill. Go for it.
Are we rolling? Okay, Dad, I want to wish you the best for the next 20 years of your life, and I hope that you can finally pursue your lifelong dream of becoming a truck driver. Good luck in your pursuit. Thanks. Are you going to say anything?
You're the one.
Am I on? Hi, Dad. With my nephew, Grant. Congratulations through all your years of service, and I have one story to share, and that is, if you remember, 20 years ago? Well, Ann doesn't remember. 20 years ago, do you remember us all sitting on the driveway with our suitcases, thinking that we were moving to Chicago with a big Chicago or bus sign? That's the thing I remember the most. But enjoy your retirement. Don't drive Mom crazy. Bye. Say bye, Grant. Oh, get that right off of me.
Greetings and welcome to ESPN 1160 Bob. Hey Pops, happy retirement. I hope you enjoy a couple of years here. Typically I was running late for this event, and Nancy and I are the last ones here, but that's probably my fault. But got a lot of good people who care a lot about you. It's time to relax, no matter how much you don't want to. So enjoy these next couple of years. You put in the time, and make room down at Sunset Beach for a whole new legion of Hemmers. We got one now. See how many more we can pop out. That's all.
Hi, Dad. Put me in front of a camera and you know what happens. Bill, everyone at my table tonight, we're the party animals. We have Nancy and Jerry and Ray and Jerry. Don't get confused by all those Jerrys. Denise and Milton and Mrs. Milton, Barbara. I'm going to save all my humiliation for when I get up in front of the group. Dad. Here, Denise said something important. Just tell him we'll miss him. Tell him. I just said we'll miss you, Bill. We will not. Bye. Anybody else want to say anything? What?
Hi, Bill. I hope that you will enjoy your retirement. And we're going to miss you a lot. It's been great to get to know you. We're going to miss you. We love you. Bye.
For Bill Hemmer, ready? I thought I was here for Bill Hemmer from CNN, not Bill Hemmer from I can't remember what he really did. But I want you to know, Bill, that I hope you enjoy your retirement. I understand that Furniture Fair is going to rent you out as a blimp so we can do advertising in the air. So I hope you enjoy your retirement. We'll be calling on you soon. But in all sincerity, we love you, Bill. You did a great job and been my friend for many, many years. Have a good retirement.
Maybe as a way of introduction, some of you are new to our company or may not have known Bill for his many years with our company, but I've known Bill for 33 years, and many of you have known him for some period of time. So let's give you a little background about Bill. And first of all, Bill grew up in Evansville, Indiana, and he attended and he allegedly graduated from Illinois, where he played offensive line, I think. And I'm not sure what offensive meant, but anyway, we've heard a lot about his football over the years. But upon leaving college, he went to work for Shillito's, which was a department store here in the city, which now is Lazarus. And I'll just learn this today, but his first job and this is no joking, his first job was young men's underwear. That is no lie. Anyway, yeah, for a brief time he did that. So, he went on to the China department, and then ultimately, after short order, moved on and became the mattress buyer. It was in that position that as mattress buyer he met Jim Fanning, who managed the Shillito account, and he was introduced to Adam Wiest and Serta. And Bill and Jim hit it off very well, and got to know Marion, and Jim got to know Bill and Georganne, and really enjoyed each other. And I can remember hearing about the wining and dining and many nights at the theater. Jim really liked Bill. And Bill, he wanted to hire Bill, but was afraid to hire Bill for fear that Shillitos would be upset with Serta and Adam Wiest. So they arranged some kind of a deal where Bill left Lazarus, or Shillitos, and went out and got a job as a furniture salesman for Universal, is that right? International, I'm sorry, which was a division of Schneider. And shortly after a very short stint with them, he came to work with Serta, and that was back in 1968. And he started with our company as a sales representative, covering the Dayton, Ohio territory. And back then, there were a lot of customers, including Elder Bierman. And did they? Okay. By the late 70s, Bill had made a name for himself as an had made a name for himself as a had made a name for himself as a department store and key account sales guru. And again, this was built on his department store mattress buying experience and his very competitive spirit. His very offensive competitive spirit. By the late 70s, he had not only helped Elder Bierman dominate the Dayton market, but helped Serta get into McAlpin's at that time. I think you opened up McAlpin's for Serta, and were new on the floor, and that caused a lot of heartache in the marketplace because I think Shillitos thought they had an exclusive in the department store chain. And anyway, by the late 70s and early 80s, he had also helped the company be successful in opening up Maybelline & Crew, Pogues, and Swellens. Bill has helped the company become the #1 selling brand on all those floors as well, and really throughout our territory. Back in, I think it was 1994, we restructured our sales and marketing department and created a north and a south sales division. And Bill took on responsibility for managing the Southern Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia areas. And Bill carried his success and helped us grow our market share and our business with a whole host of customers. And I think some of them are here tonight, and I think are very pleased that Bill has had a chance to work with them. And anyway, Bill is going to be retiring at the end of this year, or at the end of May. And Bill will also be acting as a consultant for us through the end of the year. So anyway, I wanted to again just give everybody a little background for those of you who don't know Bill about his history with the company and some of his accomplishments. So again, tonight we're here to show our appreciation, admiration for Bill, and tonight we want to provide some recognitions and some gifts of appreciation. The first person I'd like to ask to come up, and by the way, we will have a few awards here at first, and then open the floor up for anyone who would like to get up and say something. And the one thing I would request is that you would identify yourself before you speak. But the first person that has to step up here would be Charlie Schweitzer, the CEO of Sleepmaster and chairman of Serta.
tell you, this was a big moment for David. He usually can't get a word in edgewise when Bill is here and Bill's that quiet.
That's about right.
That's great. I'm going to later on give Bill a present, but yesterday I was in Chicago at a Serta Inc. Board of Directors meeting, and a lot of the board members didn't realize that Bill was retiring, and I told them about that. So they drafted a letter which we're going to put on a plaque and we want to give to Bill, but I wanted to read the letter because I think it's the emotions of Serta. It says, "Dear Bill, Serta has become an industry leader through the efforts of many individuals working together to achieve common goals. Fortunately for Serta, you have been one of those dynamic individuals and have proven an invaluable asset in helping us to achieve our objectives. For 33 years, you have proven to be a dynamic and energetic sales leader, a merchandiser with the insight to help Serta and its retail partners become successful, and an individual with the unique personality to help us all strive to be better, both personally and business-wise. We thank you for being one of us, and we wish you much success in the future. Regards, Serta Inc. Board of Directors." Bill, we're going to make a plaque and we'll have you show up. Okay. Bill just told me by saying that he won't pick on me later on.
If Paul Messerschmidt would step up.
Don't you go looking. I'm Paul Messerschmidt, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing. And we have a few words to say, Bill. Time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. These words aren't mine, but they belong to an author by the name of Lewis Carroll in his book, Through the Looking Glass. And I chose them this evening for a couple of reasons. First of all, there are going to be a few things said tonight that won't make a lot of sense to some of us, but I'm sure they won't be lost on you. And more importantly, the title, Through the Looking Glass, reminds me of what many of us have been going through for the past several weeks in preparation for tonight's event. We've been putting your 33-year career through a looking glass. And lo and behold, in examining your career, we've discovered a mistake. We've discovered a flaw. And tonight we're going to reconcile that. We're going to correct that. And we found that for all of these 33 years, not ever, at any time, ever, has Bill received the prestigious and coveted award, Employee of the Month? Associate of the Month! He said he begged for it. Do I get the post face? So tonight, don't get ahead of me. So tonight, in Bill's last active duty month with Adam Waste, his peers and associates have awarded him April Associate of the Month. And Bill, this award comes with the honor and privilege of your own Associate of the Month parking space. Albeit this space is about 100 yards further down the driveway from where he normally parks. It also means, Bill, you're going to have to walk another 300 feet to get to the front door. So let me take a moment and read the inscription on this award. Bill Hemmer is our Associate of the Month for April 2001. He joined Serta March 1st, 1968. Bill has been with Serta for 33 years, and we can finally say that he has contributed enough to the company to warrant being named Associate of the Month.
Everybody has gotten this award except me. I wonder why.
He started his career as account manager and service dealers such as Town & Country, Roberts, Howard's, a really big account, McAlpin's, Swallens, etc. Funny how none of these accounts are still in business. Highlights of Bill's career have included taking really special dealers to the Dairy Queen, being known as the official store closer for Adam Waste, fumigating the office as he walked around without his shoes, and repeatedly sending the wrong voicemail to the wrong account manager.
Although Bill has West Virginia real estate investments that keep him on the road, he still finds time to be at the plant 3 days a week, checking on the stock market on his computer, and going to Sunoco. Bill, we congratulate you on finally becoming Associate of the Month. And please remember to park in the assigned spot all the way at the end of the driveway. All joking aside, ladies and gentlemen, there is a serious side to this recognition. And as you know, each one of us goes to work every day for whatever company we work for a variety of reasons. Among them are quality and integrity, and of course, we really like to get paid. But the enjoyment of working comes from the people that we work with and the people that we work for. And Bill has provided that enjoyment through his consistent sense of humor and his genuine caring for his fellow employees. Bill, you have made working at Adam Weiss enjoyable for me and the rest of the staff and account managers, so please accept this award on our behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. The customer service department wanted to provide some special recognition for Bill.
Sue?
Where's Sue?
She's back in the corner.
It's in.
Oh, oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, let me just. I don't know if you know this or not, Bill, but in addition to the Employee of the Month that we usually do, with the factory, we have Perfect Attendance Award. Now, anybody that knows Bill knows that he is not eligible for this award. So we made up our own award. It's the Imperfect Attendance Award. Because we know at least once a month you're not going to be there for some reason. Okay? So, Bill, for your imperfect attendance, congratulations. Yeah. And you have to model it too.
But keep your shirt on.
Let's try that
Oh, well.
So yours are perfect attendance.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, they do. We know better.
I'm waiting for one to say that. That was Mark Chase, because it's good fight to say that. This one is made off of this. I can get this off.
It's hot, he said. So we will miss you. And by the way, as you later find out, you stay off of my island.
Before we go, Bill was wondering if I'd say something. I'm going to say something real. It'll be short and sweet. It'll be mean, I think. But anyway, I just want to say something I won't miss about this guy. Jam with Eyes, stand up. Jam with Eyes is back and back there. Stand up, honey. Stand up, Janet. Can you hear me? I can get loud, you know. Since I'm the only male in customer service, I can't get loud. But anyway, every time this woman here calls, which is one of our best sales reps we do have, she's a great sales rep. Yes, she is. Hush up, I'm talking. Anyway, every time she calls in, and I say, Bill, I've got Janet on the phone. What do you say, Bill, to me? You lose or I lose. Yeah, he says it all the time. Then when he calls me and tells me, I lose, I go, is it her? It's her. But now, who loses? You're out. We're in. See you later.
Bye, Bill.
Would the South sales account managers please come up? Your turn. Are you ready? By way of introduction, this is Wayne Baker, who covers West Virginia, and Laurie Eberly and Milton Schwartz. Janet Mathias, I'm confused, and Jim Debo.
Well, we can't start this party without a party hat, can we? Bill's having a senior moment. You gotta wear it. You have to wear your hat.
Kim Knopf from Mattress Warehouse couldn't be here tonight. She couldn't really get a flight from Charleston due to the Comair situation, but we're going to have a kind of a little roast tomorrow evening for him. But she wanted me to make sure I brought this picture to show how that Bill really got the business at Mattress Warehouse. If you can see, he's on hands and knees begging for the business. So she wanted to make sure that everybody knew about that.
My name is Laurie Eberly, and I have worked for Bill for 5 years. And I have got to tell you that this guy must have been one great, big, good luck charm for me, because in that time, I finally met a nice guy, got engaged, got married, built a house, and had a baby girl. So thanks, Bill. It's been wonderful. But I still... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry, Bill. You know, you always told me I was kind of innocent. But I just want to roast you briefly with a short little song, so. 1, 2, 3. If you see a big guy on the side of the road, he's got 16 days to retire. That's our Bill Hemmer. He's headed down the Carolina highway, looking to retire and get away. He wants to retire and get away. He's looking forward to the day. We hope he makes it, yes, we pray. And Queen City is a really great club where we can get together and roast the Chadlands down. Bill Hemmer. Did I say Bill 4 times? Bill Hemmer. That's right. Hemmer. We love you.
I'm Milton Schwartz, and I've probably known Bill the longest because we date back to our Chateau days together. And I'm going to give Bill a real break and say thanks, Bill, for all these 35 plus years of good friendship, and good luck to you.
Thanks, Bill.
Nice. Well, Milton was very nice. I'm Jim Dabble, and I've had the unfortunate part of working with Bill. I think for the longest time, maybe Janet has, I'm not sure. It's been a long time, but what I figured out, it's been 13 years, 10 months, 7 days, 10 hours, and 42 minutes as of right now. Okay? 43 minutes now? Okay. But anyway, one of the things we have picked at each other for years, and one of the things I've always said is it's been fun working with Adam Weiss because I get to pick on Bill Hemmer. So, normally when you say let's do something, you have more volunteers than you know what to do with when you try to do something for Bill. The thing he always called me is the big dummy, but you know what? Every time we used to have people at the phone and up at front change, and we had maybe 6 or 7 or 8 of them over the last 10 years. All you have to do the first day or two they were there, just say, hey, I want to talk to the big dummy, and he always connected me to the same person. I always did. And then the other thing I like to do to Bill is I like to pick on him a little bit. And one of the things I like to do is he just loves to get to the point right away. So anytime I give him voicemails, I always talk for 10 minutes about nothing. And then at the very end, put something in I wanted to talk about. He used to love that, didn't he, Bill? And then his voicemails coming back were always the best because when you listen to Bill's voicemails, there was something like this and you didn't know what they were talking about. And of course, I did hear more about West Virginia than I care to mention, too, because I used to get Wayne's all the time. And I'm sure Wayne got mine most of the time. And just had a meetings, and we used to do different meetings in different stores and different markets because there's too many places. And I was down in Louisville one morning, and Bill said, well, I'll take the Columbus store, not a problem. So Bill goes up to Columbus, and Pat goes up there with him also that day, and he wonders why she's there. And he goes to the meeting, gives a presentation, does a great job. And what I had done was I'd hand him a book, and I'd give him a correct book, and no problem. And that the books he hand out to the people had an extra page in it for him. So I just wanted to make sure he had a copy of this before I left. There you go, sir.
You'll be leaving fast.
I'm through. I'm Janet Mathias. I have worked for Bill. It'll be 15 years, May 27th, and what do you know? He didn't show up at my 10-year recognition. David had to say nice things about me. He's not going to show up at my 15. You know, what is it with you? You don't like me? Well, you know, I know that. I'm a little unorganized. Go figure that out.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, first of all, you know, when you retire, and this is just so appropriate for Bill, it says, warning, retiree, knows it all and he has plenty of time to tell you about it. So, Bill, he didn't have to retire for that. Extra large. And did I tell you?
No.
Oh, never mind.
That's a normal message on the phone. I got something to tell you.
I'll have to call you back in a minute. Oh, that's somebody's going to run me over. Well, I just put together a few things. Kathy, come on up, hon. Kathy and I actually have been talking about getting a few things together for you, and we have a few things for Georganne, too. So we want to just make sure that you're ready. And, I can't get it in there. Bill has nicknames for everybody. Does everybody know that? Well, we have a few for him, too, but we're going to be nice. He's my boss, right?
Was.
For a little bit. Bill likes peeps. Does anybody know that Bill likes peeps? But they're no good unless you poke holes in them. They have to be really hard. Oh, he has a few peeps on his table. Well, what do you know about that? Kathy? Go ahead.
What do we have here? Oh, okay. I want you to always remember me. It's a bottle of hydrogen peroxide because he calls me his peroxide part-time assistant.
Very part-time.
Well, and Bill calls me the dyed redhead, so I thought I'd make sure he knew what color I used. Let's see. You want to give him this? Huh?
A crossword puzzle book in large print. I wonder why.
Read your typing, probably.
Bill, we have more peeps. There's more peeps in here, Bill. We need to poke holes in those, though. I know. We got to poke holes in them. Bill's always telling me I need to go on a diet. And if some of you have seen those pictures on the table, quit. I was much thinner a long time ago. Anyway, he's always telling me I need to get some new spandex. Well, I don't need spandex anymore, Bill. Come on, look at me, you know? So I'm giving you my spandex because of space. Did we mention peeps? We got some more peeps in here. No, I'm not. Bill never wears a watch. He's never late. Something I didn't learn from him. Anyway, my daughter wanted me to make sure I gave Bill this watch. It's a little Rugrats watch. So, you want to play dummy? Did I mention peeps? That's my peeps. Well, and my little nickname for Bill, he's called me Tiny 10 Thumbs. I was the first administrative assistant the company ever hired. Well, when they found out I couldn't type, they put me in the sales department. So Bill called me Tiny 10 Thumbs, and I have always called Bill Hemorrhoids. So I just got a little something, because he's such a nice pain, isn't he? And what would be a retirement party without the typical retirement gift for the teeth? He needs some Fix-It-Dent, you know. Now on to the real fun. Georganne! Georganne, you need a retirement survival kit. We've worked with this man. You get rid of him during the day, you know? He sleeps a lot. You know, when he gets home, he's asleep, right? Well, he's asleep. Yeah, Jim said he's asleep at work, too, so, you know.
He's just checking his 401k, see how bad it's doing.
Yeah. Kathy. Kathy's there with Bill all day long, so she's the one who really goes through some of this fun stuff with Bill. I just have to listen to the little voicemail that he leaves.
This is for you.
Really good.
And Georganne, if that doesn't work, we've got a little bit of tape here for you to just tape things shut. Good.
What do we have here? Oh, she's going to need this. Property of Georganne Hemmer, retirement survival beverage. Warning, Bill will drive you crazy.
Oops. Has Bill ever had to cancel an appointment with anybody because he had to go to the doctor? Oh my God, the man's at the doctor more than anybody I know. Georganne, money's going to be tight. So instead of sending him to the doctor, just give him some Band-Aids. What? No, there's more. Oh, here. We're out of peeps. Grandma doesn't get peeps. He eats them all, doesn't he?
Some earplugs for you, Georganne. Because he talks a lot.
Okay. And Bill, the 3 strikes rule works even in retirement. Okay? In business, David, plug your ears, would you? Strike 1 is first offense. Strike 2 is you're skating on some thin ice. And strike 3, you're out. So, Bill, here's Georganne's strike 1. She's going to cut you a little slack, okay? When you get on her nerves, she's going to give you a strike. And it's okay. Don't panic yet. Strike 2, you are skating on thin ice. Georganne, you got to make sure you use these, okay? Strike 3, you're out. And I have taken the liberty, and I made you a copy, of filling out an application at Walmart for you to be a greeter. I put down David and Kathy as references. And I put that you would work from open to close Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Except for doctor's appointments. Thank you, Jim. Couple more things and then I'll shut up. I could go on forever, you know. Bill, honey, should we tell him?
Might as well.
We're getting married. Psycho. You're going to miss me and you know it. Georganne, I just want to come over for Sunday brunch. I'm going to miss him so much. So, you know, I'm cute, he's cute, we're getting married. You're going to miss just mean you know it. Who is going to whine and complain, and who's going to do that for you?
You haven't met Georganne, have you?
Georganne, I would call that strike one. What about you? And last but most certainly not least, we wanted to have Hilda, your first secretary, come back, but she is retired and she is off in Bermuda on one of her private islands. So what we did was brought in one of our local celebrities who is also out of a job, and he wants to see if you want a job. Bill has put a lot of people out of business over the last few years. And now our counting sheep are out of business at Arvin. Stand back, Bill. I remember when you first came to the factory. That Indiana farm boy, he was real friendly with the sheep. He fed right in with the flock. Yeah, and we had some good times, you know. Remember? Boy, it used to be good when we was important, you know. Like when David was stuffing the mattresses with straw. Boy, they did a lot of us counting sheep, didn't they? Boy, yeah. And you know, we just really hate to see you go, Bill. We thought maybe we would put you in one of our commercials, you know, because you're big. You know, so big we're going to rent him out as a blimp. You can call me and I'll charge you for your advertisement on your retailers. Yeah. Yeah. So one job, Bill, that we got to do is we got to squeegee things. We're both going to work in a car wash. You know? I don't know if you saw the new commercial. No, you haven't. Well, that figures they don't tell you anything anymore. You know, David. But there's one thing I got to say to all you retailers. He sure knows how to pull the wool over your eyes. I've known Bill for, like all of us, for many years. Too long. And he's always been there as a friend, and we've had good times, and always said that he was somebody that went outside the lines and to get the job done. And I guess I've put as many retailers out of business as he has because we keep going. But one thing we do know that has stopped, and at the Furniture Fair we sell the world's best mattress. All right. I was going to say, you're not going to believe this, but I forgot a couple of things. David, didn't you say it in a half hour? Anyway, this is very short. For those of you who have traveled with him, really, Bill would never travel with us in the car. He did, we'd both be leaving from the factory and go to Lexington, but we'd take separate cars. We would not drive together. But the one time we traveled together, we left Cincinnati. We get to Florence. We first stop for coffee. He says, well, I know you have to have coffee. Well, yeah, I have to have my coffee. We get from Florence to Walton. We're talking 2 exits. And Bill had to stop at Wendy's and get some fries. You just don't get far when you're with Bill. Well, I stopped to give Bill some Wendy's gift certificates today so he could have a lifetime supply of French fries. Hey, we're out of gift certificates. So the staff said, sorry, we're out of gift certificates. Happy retirement, Wendy's Eastgate team. And you got money in there to buy yourself all the fries you want.
Say goodbye.
I got one more. Okay, and then the other place we had to stop, Bill knows where every Wendy's is at every exit. And he also knows where every Dairy Queen is at every exit. He's got to stop for his ice cream. So you have some Dairy Queen discount coupons in here. So you can eat all the ice cream you want. I'm done.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Ed, that was fantastic. Laurie, that was terrific. Bill has asked that you do an encore. Really, the floor is now open, so come on up. Please identify yourself.
My name is Mike Van Autry from Morris Furniture.
And he cost me the bonus last year.
And I enjoyed that. I really honestly mean this. I hope that Janet's serious about her relationship with Bill. I want to be there the first time she says Dad. I was looking over the Hemmer family night, and what a beautiful family. The kids and the grandkids. Good job, Georganne. You've got strong genes. Now you're going to be the lucky recipient of having Bill 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Good luck. One of the things that really bothers me is why David waited so long to have this retirement party. For the people that know Bill's work habits, we could have had this 10 years ago. If you look in the dictionary under overpaid, there's a picture of Bill at his desk, asleep. I don't want to take too much time. I don't want to go a couple hours like Janet, but the first time, I have to just tell you about the first couple times I met Bill. The first time I was by at Reich's, which is now part of Lazarus. And we were, and Ted Lesiak will know this, but we were being sued by Elder Bittman for holding out all the good accounts, not letting Beerman get a hold of them. Serta wasn't one of them, but holding them out. And Bill had to, under the legal thing, he had to come in once a year to talk to the buyer at Reich's and act like he wanted to sell them. And I had to listen to him once a year and act like I wanted to buy it. And I didn't like the guy, and nothing's changed. But that was the first, that's how we met first time. Second time I was at Roberts, and I walk in, who's our big account, Serta? Who's the rep? Bill Hemmer. So he comes in, and Bill will verify this, true story. And Bill's not real sharp with the specs. And being a department store buyer, I was up on my specs. So I'm going through, and we're going through the line. I said, okay. I said, how many coils in this mattress? And he goes, oh, there's quite a few of them. And I said, no, I'm serious. I mean, is that 256 or 320 or 440? How many in there? He says, I don't know. There's quite a few of them. And I said, well, what's the difference between this mattress and that mattress? He said, well, that one's got more. And then we went through the same thing, and that's how it went. And I really thought when he left, I thought, that's the dumbest mattress salesman I've ever met. But I learned over the last 25 or 26 years that that's the brightest mattress salesman I ever met. And I'll get a little bit serious because I really, really care about this guy a lot. He's taught me a ton in this business. I've met some great people in the mattress industry, and I bought all the furniture categories and mattresses over my lifespan in retailing. But my favorite is mattresses, and that's really where my heart is. And I've got some people that I really care about in the industry, and this guy's right at the top of the list. He's just flat, he's sharp, he's a caring person. And whenever my boss would put the heat on, and Bill knows all these stories, but he'd put the heat on, he'd say, Mike, I need a big bedding weekend, and I need something. I made one call only to Bill Hemmer, and I said, Bill, we got to do something. He would come down, we'd sit down for hours, and it was great. And it was really neat, and we did this a number of times. When we built the Cincinnati Grand, the guy that really gave me most of the plans for the floor, we had 10,000 square feet to fill. And the guy that gave me most of the plans was Bill Hemmer. He came up with the idea on the circle, the furnaces. Together we developed a latex foam line that Serta didn't have, and adjustable beds, and juvenile beds, and all this kind of stuff. It's been a great, great, neat thing. And without getting too emotional, about 4 years ago I went through some really tough times, and it was like having a second father. I had a lot of support from different people, but nobody in the industry did I get the support that I did from the Serta people led by Bill Hemmer. He was absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. Is the guy that got me the most upset that I ever was in the business on some of these promotions, I'd call him up and I'd ask him for something hot. Well, we had a full pillow top, and for the people out in the industry, it's a fake pillow top. They put a second cord around it, and I was buying it from Simmons at a good price. And I told Bill, we could really do a big thing. We need this. He said, I'm not selling it to you at that price. There's no way. And I said, Bill, I'm getting it from Simmons. I can get it from you. He says, I'm not going to do it. So finally he breaks down and he says, okay. He says, come on down to the factory this afternoon. He says, we'll have it ready. So I said, okay. So I'm busy, but I take off. I run down to Cincinnati. I walk in. He shows me this pillow top, and I've never been so upset in my life. Now, Jim Devlin had the factory. Jim Devlin had the guys at the factory make a version of it just to give you an idea what it looked like. But this is basically what I was looking at. And I was so upset that I walked out of the factory. I went straight back to Dayton. Jim was trying to stop me, and I wouldn't stop. And I got back to Dayton, and Bill calls me up and he goes, well, I guess you didn't like it. He said, I have another sample for you tomorrow. Come on down. And we had a great pillow top, and it blew. Thank you.
You need an interpreter?
Probably. My name is Bob Molan, and I'm with Serta Incorporated, but it's a little funny because I wasn't. I used to be with Serta, Florida, and the problem was,
it's on the back of your shirt.
Never fails. Cuban, right? Yeah. I used to work in Serta in Florida, and I had the opportunity. We opened this account in Florida. It was called Roberts, and I had to start doing business with Bill Hemmer, and I learned a couple of things. Do everything that Bill doesn't do, and you will be successful. And so I have been very successful because I've done everything that I told him to, and he's never done anything that I've told him to do. An example of this is, a number of years ago, I went to Mr. Van Autry and to Mr. Hemmer and had a great ad idea. And this ad idea was so unique, we were just doing a lot of business with it, and it was called a king for a queen. And you give the customer a choice, a master bedroom set sale, you get the king for a queen. Well, Bill would never run it. It was a total flop. Well, I understand that Mr. Krinsky ran it at Knittle's in Indianapolis, and it was a huge success 2 years ago.
He was like
2 weeks ago.
He was like you. He gave it away.
Oh. Bill, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the 15 years of being a friend of yours and being a compatriot of yours, working with Mr. Van Autry and a number of other people. It's meant an awful lot to me. It really has, and that's from the bottom of my heart. But I also wanted, from Serta Incorporated, we really were supposed to roast Bill at our corporate offices in January. And once again, Janet, he went to the doctor and didn't show up for his roasting, you know. But from everybody at Serta Inc., we wanted to give you a plaque, and it says, Bill Hemmer, Serta, Cincinnati, in sincere appreciation of your 33 years of valued leadership and immeasurable contributions to the growth and development of the Serta brand. Thank you, my friend. And I want Miss Pat Rogers to come up, or Mrs. Pat Farrell to come up now.
Why for?
She's got...
You can run, but you can't hide. That you got rid of me. Did you know that I was 8 years old when you started with Serta?
Same as your IQ.
You know, it's funny. My Van Autry used to ask about coil counts. I used to ask about co-op. How much money's in it, Bill? I don't know, however much you need. I don't know if anybody else is going to speak tonight, but I thought we should end with a bedtime story. I think Bill knows where I'm going with this. If any of you have ever been to High Point, North Carolina for furniture market, Bill, for some reason, and I don't know why because it's gone gray now, used to call me Goldilocks. So years ago, when Jim Dabbelt was kind enough to have birthday parties for Bill, we would get together and we would read a little story. And I think one of you darling children has the book now, if I hear tell right. It's a story of Goldilocks and the 3 Bills. Goldilocks was coming home from furniture market one day, wandering through the forest, desperately searching for co-op money. She was tired, she was hungry, when she chanced upon an enchanting little cottage. It was decorated in beautiful shades of black and gold. She walked up,
No one answered the door. And except for the sheep out in front, who didn't appear to have anything to do, the place was deserted. Goldilocks thought, gee, maybe I can sneak in and grab a snack and just rest my weary bones. So she went in and helped herself to something, walked into the bedroom area and said, oh boy, there's 3 mattresses here. There was a Serta rest, and she tried that. She says, oh, that's terrible. It's all squishy. I can't sleep on that. Maybe I'll try the Easy Care. That was too soft. But the masterpiece was just right. So she laid down, and Goldilocks fell fast asleep. Lo and behold, she was awakened by a terrible commotion.
Who is in our bed?
And guess who it was?
It was big, gruff Papa Bill.
Accompanied by meek, mild Momma Bill and little bitty baby Bill. The Bills had come home.
And big, gruff Papa Bill says to Goldilocks, what are you doing in my house?
She says, well, big, gruff Papa Bill, I've come for co-op money. And big, gruff Papa Bill says, I'm not giving you any co-op money. We give you the best price. We give you the best service. We give you the best product. I'm not giving you anything else. And Goldilocks went, oh my goodness, well, I have to go back to Jim Baruti and tell him that I got the co-op money. What am I going to do? She thought and she thought and she thought. And just like every good female buyer, she looked up at big, gruff Papa Bill with a gleam in her eye, and she said, well, if you won't give me the money, I'll just put cereal on the floor. And lo and behold, in front of her eyes, big, gruff Papa Bill turned into meek, mild Momma Bill, gave her everything she wanted. She became a smashing success, and the story ended happily ever after. Mike mentioned that he had been not only blessed with Bill's presence from a business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint, and I was too. I went through some tough times. Bill was not only a good business partner and mentor for me when I was a buyer, but he was a very, very dear friend, and much loved and will be much missed.
Yeah, but we can't let you go without a gift.
I'm full. Save the mushy card. It's the only mushy thing you'll ever get from me. It doesn't have a co-op agreement attached. I was a brand new buyer when I met Bill, and he really did mentor me through a career at Lazarus that ended up in me starting my own business, so I'm not sure if it was a success or not. This is a little something for you to wear as you're out on the golf links. Says big, gruff Papa Bill. Because we know he's a sweetie deep down inside.
Because I'm a nice person.
He still owes me money.
This has been a long evening.
Let's make sure.
His career's been a long career. And I got a list, which I know he's on everybody's list. But what I thought was, and this is a hard act to follow, all these people, the Ed Hartman sheep deal, the Janet Mathias prolonged speech. But I'll try to make it quick. And really what I did here is there's many reasons why I'm going to miss Bill, but I list the top 10 reasons why I'm going to miss him. I've worked with him for 15 years. Seems like 33, but it's 15. Number 10, I won't have anyone to go get me Diet Pepsi anymore in the morning. Bill was my man. He'd always come in. Yep, he went and got me the Diet Pepsi. Number 9, I will now have the dubious honor as having gone through the most, I will now have the dubious honor as having gone through the most administrative assistants. Bill held the record when he leaves. Now I'm number 1. I'll miss having to maintain Bill Hemmer's backup file for various reports, memos, specification, and pricing that he would request from me. And he always seemed to lose. I'd give it to him 2 minutes later, says, where's that report that you were going to do for me? For whatever reason, he could never find them. Number 7, I'll miss his bumbling, mumbling voice message that I never could understand what he was saying. That seems to be the theme throughout. I'll miss going to an interpreter for his handwriting or a handwriting expert to decide what he's saying. He leaves me messages, and I can't read it. In fact, Kathy and I still can't read them. I'll miss his Monday morning excuses on why the Bengals lost. This hasn't changed in 33 years. Also, what creative way he was going to pay off Mike Van Autry for the bet he made after the Bengals lost to the Browns. Number 4, I'll miss his willingness to carry home all the sales manuals from the Serta Inc. meetings. In fact, get this, one time Bill was even willing to carry them several blocks through Chicago to meet the L train as we were heading to the airport. He carried them on. I just walked along. He was very, very gracious to do that. Number 3, I'll miss his creative excuses for not making the regular Monday morning staff meetings. In fact, I have to go to West Virginia. I have to go to West Virginia. I have to go to West Virginia. Since it worked, maybe I'll try it. Number 2, I'll miss his creative approach to advertising. In fact, here are a couple ads that Bill has taken pride of authorship. He is really...
You're finished.
No, I got many more. He ran it at Luger's. He ran it at Roberts. He ran it at Schlomer's. He ran it at Elder Bierman, although they're still surviving. He ran it at Bedmart. And it goes on and on and on. He ran it at McAlpin's. He's ran it at Swellen's and on. This ad has been so successful for the last 5 years, so we appreciate that, Mr. Hemmer. And really, finally, I'm going to miss our conversations on the stock market. Bill, I want you to know you need to spend most of your time in your retirement with your family, with your grandchildren, and you don't really need to be worrying about investigating stocks and trying to find out what's going on. So what I did, since you know that I know my stocks, I have put together Bob's greatest stock picks. It's easy. You won't have to worry about a thing. In fact, I've done all the research for you. In fact, it's real easy. You can go through it, and really the final outcome in how to do this is pick the stock, just flip the coin. I'd like to wish you a happy, healthy retirement and enjoy your grandchildren, your family.
I'm Ann Hemmer. I'm Bill's youngest. I had no idea he was so sick. My dad has planned on doing a lot of traveling after he retires. And I had the experience of traveling with my dad and my mom in France a few summers ago. And he did pretty well for an American guy at heart, but he did not deal very well with no air conditioning in Paris. So I think it's pretty appropriate that he's getting roasted in a very hot room tonight. On a Serta note, today as I was driving back from Gatlinburg with Brandon, as we approached Cincinnati, it was a long trip, and as we got closer and closer to Cincinnati, I saw something I'd never seen before, and it was a big, beautiful black Serta truck. And somehow we got behind it, and I followed this Serta truck all the way to downtown Cincinnati on the day of his retirement party. And although Janet had a wonderful idea with Walmart, and although he has thoroughly enjoyed his 33 years with Serta, most of you may not know that his lifelong career goal was to become a truck driver. So I want to wish you luck in pursuing that career.
Ladies first.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Tracy Miehls. I'm my dad's oldest.
I'm uncomfortable, and my mother's. Congratulations. Mom, God bless. Mr. Dye, I thank you from the bottom of our heart for providing you and the Fanning family, providing a salary for my father so that we could grow up and have an education. And most of all, Mom and Dad, I thank you for providing my 3 kids with 2 of the best role models you could ever have. Thank you.
Ladies first. One more.
Oh, Tracy's all savvy, so. My name is Kris. I am my dad's favorite 4th. Always will be. Even in my family now, his 3 grandchildren come before me, so I'm still his favorite 4th. But I think Serta has done us all well. From the gray Cadillac, as we call our limo, with the Serta plates, his only big car that he would have had, the Lincoln, from shirts and sheep and mugs and cups. Where will we shop for these items now? Hopefully Dave Dye won't dock you your last 2 weeks' salary. But most of all, mattresses, and Papu, he's never called Dad anymore, he is Papu. The only mistake he has made is for his 2-year-old grandchild. He got a pillow top mattress for a bunk bed, and she now kisses the roof of the bottom bunk.
Nancy shipped the wrong thing.
But enough said. I know his 3 other grandchildren wish they could be here, but since they didn't have dancing, they would rather stay at home and mess up his house. So, but you've always put your family first, and we're glad we're here for you. We love you lots.
I am also Bill Hemmer. Yes. It's a long, long, sad story. I am William Andrew Hemmer, and we're going to follow with another Bill Hemmer, who's our closer here, and sitting over with my wife Nancy is even right there. There is Bill Hemmer. That one is William Grant. We're going to call him by his middle name just to keep things a little less confusing. That's why they call me Andy. Just had a couple of quick things here, folks. Pops, 33 years. Long, long time. I used to work on the Serta docks, me and Bill, putting together some of the box springs, etc., and load and stuff, so I have a lot of fond memories of Serta as well. Just wanted to share some quick memories. My dad's been there for me just any time, just like a lot of you people. It's really heartwarming to see. It's the same guy. He really is, that we grew up with and you guys worked with. When I was doing the football thing, he went with me to all my recruiting visits, and Lord knows how many trips they made to Memphis and to Tampa and to Boston and to Penn State and to Texas and back to Boston and then back down to Florida, and had a lot of great times. Great times also when I came home at 6 a.m. as the troublesome teenager and found the chairs stuck underneath the door in the front, and I couldn't get in the house. He foiled me at last with that one at 6 a.m. But 2 other things I'm going to share with you real quick that kind of really gets to the essence of William Ronald Hemmer. Again, like I said, I had kind of a wacky teenage years, and we were picked up one night for skinny dipping, that was all. Not skinny dipping, pool hopping, a bunch of my friends and our girlfriends way back when, and we got hauled before, just a juvenile thing, and everybody's mother and father were there, as but Dad was there, and they stood up and said, hey, he was just a good kid, he was just in the swimming pool, he gets good grades, I think you should take it easy on him, blah, 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 he's in athletics, blah, 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 he's a good kid. My dad stands up and says, Judge, I think you ought to throw the book at him. He's not learning from anything I'm telling him. Throw the book at him. He sits down, and my friends, their chins hit the floor. And then finally, for any football fans here, if anybody knows Joe Nash from the Buffalo Bills and what Joe Nash is famous for, Joe Nash is famous for taking the fake timeouts when he was hurt. My dad, when he coached me growing up, I wasn't on the team. I was already in the 8th grade, but he was back coaching the 4th graders, I believe, and he called in the 4th quarter for one of the 4th graders to lay down. Act like you're hurt. And he worked a timeout from those referees in a 4th grade football game by urging a kid to fake an injury to kill the clock. That shows you how competitive he is. But he's also been one heck of a dad. He's provided for us, and he has shown us that family comes first. And I used to take a lot of grief as a kid for all the little family things we had to do together. Had to eat together. We went on vacation together. We did everything together, and we are all still together. So, for that, Pops, thank you, and enjoy your time. And number 3 isn't a bad number. It was Larry Bird's after all. 33. Congratulations, and enjoy.
I am William George Hemmer. Honest. I knew Dad was retiring in May, and I was home at Christmas time, and so I put in my order for a king size to be shipped down to Atlanta. It ain't there yet. I'll talk to Nancy afterwards. Nancy's blaming everything on you. Excellent. After hearing some of the comments from some of the female colleagues up here, Dad, I think you got out just in time because the PC police were after you. It was not going to last much longer. A couple quick stories. Growing up in grade school, certainly when school was in, we did not have that much time. When the summer rolled around, Dad always made it a tradition to like take Andy to work one day and to take me to work one day. And this is again when we were tykes back in elementary school, which consisted of hopping in the car and driving for the next 9 hours. And Dad used to have this thing where he'd just make sure we were paying attention. He'd sit there and he'd say, "Pluck your magic twanger, Froggy," and he'd take his hand and drill it into our thigh. And then he'd pull in the Arby's. That was before Wendy's. Really made you look forward to take your sons to work day. But later we did work. Andy and I spent a summer at the old factory. Was it Min Street? Was it Evans? What is it? Guest and Evans. That's right. And $25 a day every morning there at 6:30 a.m. working on the docks. What most people didn't realize is that on the 6th floor it gets really quiet in the afternoon. It's really easy to catch 15 minutes on a lot of beds. Probably some of you guys took advantage of that also. But those were fond memories. And remember one day, the day I turned 16, I went and got my license, temporary license. And Mom and Dad had this thing where they go out and they get all our friends together and surprise them with a big birthday party. Thinking that we didn't know about it. Well, I was third in line, so 2 people already got it, so I pretty much knew it was coming. So Dad would take me on a trip to Richmond, Indiana on my 16th birthday, and he let me drive home. And we were coming back on I-74, and we got pulled over for speeding. And he hit the roof. Not at me. He was a very defensive father. He was pleading with the officer. He's only had his temporary license 3 hours. Will you please let us drive on? And the officer was kind enough to let us go on, and then we hit the next Dairy Queen at the next exit. I'm just kidding. Growing up, I was always very concerned about us as a family. We had a rather large family, 5 kids, 2 parents, 7 of us in a very crowded house, but always a house full of love and challenges. What I would do in my own paranoid state as a little kid is that I would wait for Dad to pull into the driveway every night about 6 o'clock, 6:15. If he didn't have a doctor's appointment, apparently. Is what I'm understanding now. And I'd say, "Hey, Dad, how many mattresses did you sell today?"
Every day.
Every day for 15 years. And it's a great thing to know tonight that you need no more, Pops. Congratulations. Love you.
Georganne would like to say something? Okay. Georganne.
Okay.
She's your new boss.
Well, if any of you would like the real story of what he thinks about you and has said about you, I'll see you out in the hall. love you. And I'm grateful. This is where they get it. We all well up. That we're healthy. I didn't know you were so sick. My goodness. Man, take something. I've been thinking I wasn't going to say anything, and it kept coming to me all day. I don't know, this is Bill's night. But we will be married, I just counted how long. It'll be 40 years this August. And, thank you. No, sit. Sit. We had a poem when we were, I think it was when we were just dating, by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. How do I love thee? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. And I just would like to tell you all tonight, dear God, give me strength to count the ways. We have tried everything. He is sick. I love thee greater than the depth, breadth, and height, and you do have breadth. As my soul can reach. And thank you, Lord. And I love thee even greater after death. Thanks a lot for everything. I've walked with him. I've known Dave a long time. And I just thank you all. That's all I can say. And I love you. Okay.
Sit. Heel. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Oh, no, Janet.
No, Janet. There you go. Should we give Bill a chance to have the last word?
Yes!
Let's go? Okay. Meeting adjourned.
You're going to hear me in a minute. No, I'm really honored. I guess my biggest honor tonight, so surprising, is my family arriving from Cleveland and from Atlanta. I was expecting Cincinnati. They told me they were going to be here. It was quite a shock to see the other families here, and I'm most grateful, especially for my grandkids. Yeah, they're the best. I've known a lot of great buyers, a lot of great owners, a lot of great people to work with. Unfortunately, none of them could be here tonight. We're going to have fun now. Mike Van Autry got up here and tried to embarrass me, but he didn't embarrass me. Mike and I have gone through a lot of things, and that's just me trying to collect my bets from the Welcher. His wife is sitting next to him, Pat. Pat, would you tell us about the silver he bought? Yeah. How about the soybean futures? Let's see, one was going to be your kitchen, I think, and you lost that. And you lost the other one. And then what was that stock you bought? You bought a great stock. It was called Sun TV. You bought it to high. And Mike's been very good. Anything Mike picks, I tell Dave to buy, and then I go buy the opposite. But Mike and I have been through a lot, and what he set up here, I think, has been the most meaningful part of my business life. 4 months after Mike got his cancer, my best friend got cancer, and he died 2 years ago. And Mike and I have been through a lot.
And Mike is an extremely strong individual. And I bless the day that I met him, the most obnoxious buyer I've ever known at Reich's. The most obnoxious buyer that Roberts has ever known, because he really insulted me with my knowledge of things, and having me come in at 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock on Friday evening to take his returns back. Mike was a real compatriot. Lately, he said I lost the bet to him, X versus Dayton. Now, I've been in the female game. You know how I love females and how I protect the female. And I never pick on females. But Mike says it was the men's game. So it was a $50 bet. Mike's got 2 payments on it so far. Last 2 days, I guess, or last 2 days. $1 each. And he told me about a stunt one time, but I think he forgot it tonight. What happened is this guy paid off his bet. I thought he paid off to Mike, and what he did was put a check inside a bottle, and he filled it up with honey and tied the cap. So I told Mike he'd have his honeydew tonight. This isn't for you. I owe it to you. I want you to shut your big mouth. There's a $40 gift. And it took forever to get it. Did everybody see our bankruptcy table here? They're all here. Let's see. Ted was my bonus in 1990 that I lost. Jim was 96 or 94 that I lost. 95, I lost that. Mike was last year. Pat, I can't remember. Whenever Campo went under, that was when you did it to me, yeah. Dreamland. That was David's account. Malin, we love to bring her. I really appreciate that Bob came tonight from Chicago. Dave told me about 12 years ago that he was Cuban, and he didn't understand English too well. So all that time, I believed him. And I kept introducing him as our Cuban guy from Florida. You know, it made sense. And every year he'd come in with that same stupid ad, King for Queen. And Mike and I, we talked beforehand. You know, do you know that all our ads were done before we went to Florida? Yeah, I knew. Did you? Okay. We let them think that Florida and Georgia were participating. They weren't. And Mike said, you know, let's let Milan spend his 2 cents worth. We'll tell him get out of the room, and we'll go back to work, what we want to do. So that's what we did. And but I am appreciative that Bob is here. It's a shame Hamp can't be here either. Charlie was very nice to me tonight, so I can't tell you what happened in the restroom in Chicago with Charlie and myself. Charlie and I, we went to a men's restroom in Chicago. And Charlie's a little different than what you think. But anyway, he told me, he asked me a question as we were doing our business. And Charlie says, what did CEOs used to do, you know, before they became CEOs? And I said, I think they were librarians or they were teachers or something like that. And Charlie said, no, they were unemployable. And Dave has been my CEO for a long time. And now Charlie is one. Ted is still wrong. There's 2 Ramada Inns in Greensboro. I went to the one he told me to go to. I am still waiting for him. I was still eating my breakfast. Ted's still mad at me because he was at the other Ramada Inn, but it was a damn good breakfast. Another thing, Dave Dye had 2 strikes against him for a long time. Really, I mean, he really has. He's been bad. His parents sent him to well, it wasn't a girls' school then. I never accused of being a co-ed school. I never said St. X was a co-ed school. It was all girls' school before David started there. And so Dave was not accepted in the purple pride of the West Side. You know, the elder with the purple, everything is purple and something like that. That way, Andy and Billy, I should hear you. But, so he's had 2 strikes against him. That was the first strike, not going to Eldon, going to St. X. The other is he's what we call follically impaired. There's a tarmac growing there, you know. And I used to know Dave when he had hair. I knew him when he was a kid. He used to come home from grade school singing to Ninus. He'd come skipping along with his book bag, and he went to my neighbor's house to get his hair cut. He did have hair on top of there one time. And he continued in high school. He continued skipping along with his book bag and his purse. But I thought, you know, one thing that could help Dave be accepted in the West Side was, you know, he sort of joined the Purple Pride and joined the follically unimpaired. And so I've been out for a lot of money for this tonight. Third, I think it's very appropriate. This is the first time in 20 years I've seen with hair. Certainly there's a man that embarrassed me tonight. He's a new employee. There's quite a few that embarrassed me. But this guy thinks he's going to take over West Virginia. This Kim Knopf I've been catching hell for that I owned a condo down there all these years. So I've given Paul the keys to the condo. He thinks he's a ladies' man. I don't know if you know it. Paul's been unhappily divorced twice, and he's planning on getting married again. And he thinks he's really a ladies' man. I mean, he really does. But down in West Virginia, you've got to have the right look. I mean, besides the gun rack in your pickup truck, you've got to have the right look. And the one thing the women like is for you to outnumber them with your tooth. And this has 3 teeth, and it has some glue here for you, Paul. So I hope you'll use this very well in West Virginia. Next and last, I want to thank my family. Ann, who was our baby, who's sitting with Brandon, her new fiance, who had to call me in Columbus to ask for permission to marry her. And I was very pleased that he called me. Of course, I said no. Brandon's always there for the special times when we eat at the Normandy, the Masonette. And when we're having hot dogs at home, he never shows. But Ann is the girl, who's my baby, who never cracked a book in high school. Never. She brought the books home and they laid in the closet. She hated high school. She hated it with a passion. She went to college and she graduated with a degree. She couldn't do anything with it. She just had a degree. She is now, what I'm so proud about her is she's a French teacher at Oak Hills High School, teaching in the same place she hated. And I'm very proud of Ann and very proud of everything she's done. Kris Marie, my favorite 4th child. Kris has put me through hell many times, but she has I'll never forget the night I kicked you out. I don't even know why I did it now. Kris had a serious accident back in '76, and going through her 45th operation one day, she bit me as she was going into the operating room, and I still feel that bite today. But that bite is very meaningful to me. She was a extremely talented pianist. 8 years old, 7 years old. She made my heart sing. She really did. And she hated the piano after the accident. It took her quite a while. I'll never forget sitting in the living room upstairs when she played her first song back on the piano, and it was beautiful. It was Sunrise, Sunset. And Kris, you've made me proud, and you still do. I thank you.